Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. This is Psychic Medium Raymond Guzman, and if you're not aware, I have a Spanish channel that I've just created. So I'll be linking that below on the description box below, so you can go and follow that channel for those of you that speak only Spanish, or those of you that are bilingual and that understand both. And I'll be doing like a weekly video on that channel as well. And again, this is just me kind of opening up to new audience, and also kind of working out my Spanish. But today is a different type of video. Today I'm going to be doing a video on TikTok. A lot of you have asked what is going on with TikTok, so I'm here to give you the tea, honey. And I hope that you really are enjoying yourself. Hope you're having a fabulous weekend, and let's get into it. Let's see. I already shuffled the cards, so I'm using the cards here along with my intuition, and we're going to see what comes up here. Okay, so we know that this app is an app that China made, and recently President Trump has spoken about banning it or kind of restricting it because of, you know, there is a privacy concern about the privacy of individuals, like your address, your phone number, you know, things like that, that the Chinese government would have, or that the Chinese in general would have. So we're going to see that, you know. We have a lot of other apps like Snapchat, but, you know, TikTok has really taken off. It's become almost like the predecessor of Instagram, and it's just become very huge, especially during this pandemic. So immediately, the first card that I got here was the Strength card. So I feel like, you know, right now, when I look at this situation as a whole, I feel like there is a lot of conflicting information. Should we be worrying about this, or should we not be worrying about this? I honestly feel like, you know, we should be worrying about TikTok. Not because so much of, you know, it's an app that sounds fun. You know, it is fun for a lot of people. It, you know, unites families and whatnot. But I do feel like there is some sinister energy behind this app. And I say this because I see the King of Cups. So for me, this is like someone that is, you know, very powerful. This would be whoever the CEO is of this app in China, whoever, you know, is over that company. And then I see a lot of money. So they're making a lot of money off of this app, even though it is a free app. I don't know if this is through advertisements or how that really works. I have TikTok. I've used it maybe two videos or so, but I really kind of backed away from it. Spirit was like, this is not for you, not because I'm a certain age or I feel like I can't use TikTok. I just felt like there was something that was pushing me back, holding me back from actually using TikTok, and it now all makes sense. I do feel like they're making money off of the American people. The more people that are using, you know, and making videos, and these videos go viral, etc. Somehow, I don't know how this all works, because I'm not a techie. I'm not someone that's in the world of apps and stuff, but they are making some kind of profitable money off of this app, and we may not be aware of it, and I don't even think our government may not be aware of it. They may. I don't know, but I see them kind of planning. I see the owners of TikTok planning, you know, this. There's some kind of sinister energy behind TikTok. I feel like it also is a mind-controlling app in so many ways, because, and I say this about, you know, some apps that are like that. I feel like this is one of the apps that draws you in, and it kind of sucks you into a vortex where there's just so many kind of different energies and stuff. And sure, you're laughing, sure, you're having fun, but it's also distracting you from what is going on around the world. And it's kind of putting you into, I wouldn't say in an alternate state of mind, but I do feel like it is very, almost like subliminally programming someone through the usage of social media. Because a lot of the youth, this is targeting mainly the youth, even though we see a lot of mature people, people in their 20s, well, that's youth, but like, to me, like, you know, people that would be in their 30s, 40s, and 50s, they are maybe like a select group, but it's more for like the teenagers, the people that are teens, like in their 10 years old all the way up to like 25. I feel like that's the kind of demographic and age group that this app is really geared towards, and who is using it the most. But there is something about a plan, because I got here the Three of Pentacles. And if you see this card here, you see how everybody's like planning. It's all about planning, you know, money and different things that they have in store with it. Is it going to go away? Is it going to be restricted? I don't necessarily think it's going to go away. It possibly could. But I feel like there's people within our government that are going to go up against Trump and say, no, this cannot be done. It shouldn't be done. We're not going to allow you to do that. But he has certain powers granted to him. But I don't know. I know that something is coming up. I feel like this is going to be all shaken up, and I'll tell you why. I feel like TikTok is going to get its way, and they're going to actually get to keep it. I don't know if they're going to have to, they're going to be taxed on the app, or they're going to have to make it into a paid version of it where people actually have to pay to get into it, or they're going to remove it completely. But I feel the change is coming with the tower card. There's definitely some change coming to the world of TikTok. Not just the infrastructure, the way that you use TikTok, the interface, but there's other different changes regarding their policies and how information is shared and exchanged. And there may be some more future changes with future apps that are foreign, and they're not companies that are domestic here to the USA, where we will not be able to use certain apps going forward. If you have an iPhone and you go through the app section, or you have an Android phone, there's going to be some restrictions. I think the only way to go through that or bypass that is that if your phone is jailbroken, or whatever you call that. I think it's jailbroken or whatever. You may be able to bypass that through different networks and stuff. But I feel like for the most part, there's going to be some strict stipulations implemented by the administration going forward on a lot of these foreign apps, because again, there could be a lot of information that is being taken. Remember, this is technology that we're talking about. It is something that you download to your phone. You don't know what kind of information they're also gathering, logistics and data from your phone, your conversations, just having the app itself in your phone, on your phone, and download it. I have a good friend of mine, her name is Candy, and she's also very, great at parenting with her children, and making sure they're not using it, or making sure what they're looking at on TikTok, because there's a lot of things that people are putting on TikTok that are not necessarily banned on, in, on TikTok, but they are banned in other platforms like Facebook or Instagram. So again, we're talking about a whole new world, and a lot of these things that that the Chinese government could be obtaining through this company, or through this Chinese company, there could be some information that eventually could jeopardize our livelihood, like some patterns, some analytical data that is taken, like how many hours are dedicated per user towards that. And it's kind of like gives them a gauge, or kind of like gives them the upper hand in knowing, okay, this is actually working. So again, this is all more of, it looks fun on the outside, but for those of us that are spiritually awoken, I know that you'll understand what I'm saying. I'm not saying, at all, don't misconstrue my words, that you should stop and remove TikTok from your phone. But I am telling you to be very aware and limit the time that you're spending on any app. Just limit it, because it can be taxing, especially during this time that we're in right now, where the world is upside down. It is crazy. It's intense energy. And so the Nine of Wands tells me that the Chinese government may actually defend their app. And there's going to be, between the CEO of this TikTok app and other companies, other people that are investors in the company, a lot of negotiations with the King of Pentacles. Someone that's not going to back their they're not going to back down. They're going to be very, very strong. And I do feel like you need to be very vigilant, be very intuitive when it comes to using your app, and make your own decision. But I feel like there will be some more revelations over the next 2 months. But again, I don't feel like it's going to go away per se, but I do feel like there will be some limitations, and possibly some heavy sanctions, or I don't even know if that's the political word, some taxing on that app itself, so that the government makes money, is what I feel like. I don't know how that works, but I do feel like there is going to be some new messages and revelations. And then, again, we got the Devil card. So when I'm doing this reading and I see the Devil card, it reminds me of kind of like temptations. The app is very tempting. It kind of is like the more negative aspects, or low vibrations, temptation. manipulation. There is definitely some kind of error about TikTok. Eventually, I do feel like it will go away and it will be replaced by another app. These apps that we see nowadays, like Instagram and Facebook, eventually, like 10 to 15 years from now, they will be obsolete. And just know that I'm saying that. They are all going to be replaced with new technology. That's what I get. And again, so I don't recommend you to delete the app, but be aware of the news and what's coming up, and know that if for some reason there is an outage or something, again, there's going to be some kind of access that the U.S. government is going to want regarding those records and what they have. In other words, if I feel like kind of the conversation, and not to get technical, again, I could be entirely wrong about this. It's like, I feel like the government is saying, if you are, having access to people's phones and stuff like that through this app, we want to know what records you have access to, and we need that information on our databases in Washington, D.C., right? Because you have access to that information. Your company has access to our people, to us Americans, and we need to have that. We need to know exactly what you're collecting. So I feel like this is where the conversation begins. It's kind of more of like, the government needs to know exactly what kind of data they are collecting. What is this app really doing? Because it could be, like I said, it's a lot of speculation, but from a psychic perspective, I do feel like it has some negative energy to it that is subliminally programming people. And it could be the result why a lot of youth are struggling right now, why youth don't want to do their homework. Not so much because, well, a lot of you out there are parents are probably saying, well, I limit my child's time on the phone. True, but there's also a select group of people who don't monitor their children and what they're watching on TikTok, and it becomes very distracting, especially if you're homeschooled, etc. So again, we are coming into kind of, it reminds me of YouTube towards last year, November and December, where there was this whole thing going on with YouTube and whether or not creators were going to have a platform still regarding their content and whatnot. And this kind of feels the same thing with TikTok now that it's going on. So again, a lot of changes in the technology world, but I feel like overall you can continue to enjoy TikTok for now, but we shall see where this goes. But I do definitely know for a fact that change is coming. We saw that with the tarot card. I know the change is coming, and it's not going to feel very comfortable for a lot of people. It will kind of piss off a lot of people. People are going to be upset. But regardless, you have so many other platforms out there that we have and that you can possibly enjoy. So don't take it to heart if it does come to that. But I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did like it, please give it a thumbs up. Also, be sure to subscribe to my channel if you haven't, and hit that notification bell icon. Make sure that you hit all, so that way you're notified of all the videos that I push out anytime I go live, etc. Don't forget to join me on Patreon at www.patreon.com/Psychic Medium Ray for additional insights into the world of COVID, the world of all the stuff that's going on, all the things that you want to know that I can't discuss here on my channel. I'm discussing it on Patreon. It's well worth your investment. And don't forget to pick up a copy of my Starseed Footstep Oracle Cards, 2nd edition, which I've used before on my channel. So I love you guys. Until next time, have an amazing, amazing day or night wherever you are in the world. Bye.